What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next Coffee and Clash video. Thank you to everyone who sent me some questions on Twitter. I'm kind of liking sending it out on Twitter better. So watching me, follow me if you're not on Twitter. I do check some of the questions on the YouTube comments, but it's just easier. It's cleaner and more convenient for me to find them on Twitter. So hit me up there at OneHive Raids, and I will be tweeting out soon for some more questions. But let's get right into it. First one comes to us from Waysman. Supercell could make CWL the next major esports league if blank. And man, that is not something you can put in a blank. That's a long and drawn out discussion. To be perfectly honest, I don't know that it would ever be, quote, the next major esports league. It could be an esports league, and I think it could be a successful esports league. The competition's there, the audience is there, the strategy is there, but what's not there is the effort from Supercell to move in that direction, but two, the platform, not the platform, what's the word I'm looking for? The setup. You know, the reality of it is we have a 24-hour war. You can't stream a 24-hour war. You're going to be missing attacks. It's not going to be live. Some wars don't even come down to an exciting finish, and then that makes the stream a little bit more difficult. But I think just the setup in general is hard for it to be anything major. I think people in Clash would enjoy it, but that's about as far as it would go. But you've got millions of people playing Clash, so who knows? I think with some effort from Supercell, it could, excuse me, it could definitely be a successful esports league. I don't know about major. Next one's from Big Man. If a dip determined a war, would you rather Duce or Plow attempt it, and why? I think I'd have to go with Duce just because practice, he does more of them, even though he is semi-retired now, or I guess pretty much retired now. Obviously he's been in that position a lot more time. So practice makes perfect type thing. I would go with the Duce. Cleric Dragon, have you heard of NDL League and your thoughts on it? Yes, I have. And for those of you that don't know and haven't heard of it, it's the no dip league. They just do it with no dip attacks in there, and I think it's interesting. I don't think it'll ever get big like the CWL did / has. For just a lot of reasons. I don't want to go into them all. I think it's fun. I think it's good. Anything like that people put out there for people to enjoy and take part in, and they're having fun. That's great. That's all it's all about. So it's good. It's your boy Pac. Would you ever apply to be a CWL admin? No, I would not seek that position. It's a very thankless job. I know they put a lot of time into it, time that I frankly don't have. I think I would reluctantly accept it if they said, "Hey, Jake, we want you to help us. We want we like the way you think about those things, and we want to try to make this league as good as they can." I would do it to try to make the league better. I would give my time to try to make the league better. But as far as seeking it out, no, absolutely not. That's a tough one. A lot of time commitment, and it's you're gonna make people angry no matter what decisions you make. Blade, are there any other mobile games out there that you think could become competitive like Clash was / is? Yeah, well, Vainglory is another game that I play a whole lot of. And those are the two games that I play, Clash and Vainglory. And it is super competitive, and it's super well done, and the company is amazing. If you haven't tried it, I still encourage you guys to go out and try Vainglory. The skill cap is there. It's high, trust me. I get wrecked still regularly, and I do some wrecking. So, I mean, it's like it really is a true skill game. There's some frustrating parts or some great parts to it, but the company's top notch and the game is really, really good. I don't know why someone hasn't come along and just do what Clash has done and do it better, because it could easily be done. They could fix a lot of things that we all get frustrated about and make it better. Will you be as big as Supercell? Probably not. But would you have a very successful game on your hands? Yes, I think you would. So I'm not sure why that's not happening. I think a couple of companies have tried, but there's always glaring holes in their game. You look at a game like, oh goodness, what was that old one we did? Rival Kingdoms, great game, had a lot of good things going for it, a really good system in a lot of ways, and then they just missed the boat on the strategy part of it. They just didn't have it. Then you look at a games like Dawn of Titans, great game, gorgeous game, just everything about it, and yet there's no competition, there's no wars, there's nothing like that. So it's like every game that comes out with these base building games that look great, they're fun, they've got a lot of things that Clash doesn't have, then they miss the heart of it, and I just don't understand it. Maybe someday someone will do it. I would be proud to help anyone out there that's got a gaming company that wants to do it. Just reach out. I'll give you all the feedback and information that I possibly can, just to try to make the game as great as it possibly could be. So there you go. Anthony Silva, what made you come back to a game that you hated so much? What has changed? And is your wife now a better Clash than you? I never hated Clash of Clans. I never hated anything of it. I hate the cheating, and I thought the cheating was under control. The competitive league and the fact that I thought that was basically behind us really intrigued me and really made me think maybe this game had become what I had pushed for and strived for so long. Obviously, we're not there yet, but I do not hate the game. I actually love the game. I mean, I guess I've played it for years. I've done content. I've streamed it. I don't hate it at all. And is your wife now a better clasher than you? Probably not. She could be. She could be, but no, probably not. Joseph Nathaniel, what do you think about the performance of OneHive this season too? I think it's been good at times and then not good at times. I think they've been inconsistent to the standard that I think myself and a lot of people hold OneHive. You know, obviously the record's good. You know, they've had a good season. There's no question. They've had a really good season, but I want to see them take it to that next level and really start crushing some clans and getting those close, you know, those wins like those losses like at WHF and Dark Leader Z. It was like the same thing both of those wars, just almost like a lack of focus. I don't know what it was, but I am proud of OneHive this season. I think they've came out super strong, way better season than the first season. So we'll see what they can do in the postseason. But I'd like to see that next year. I really would. Rob Stark, stuck on a desert island in the middle of the Pacific. Who would you choose to be stuck with, PB Ash or Adam, and why? I got to tell you, there's a lot of people on this planet that I would wish you had put on that list. Not that I don't like those guys, I do. But man, why couldn't you put a female on there, or it's just some, my wife or anybody like that? You had to put me with PB Ash or Adam. I'm gonna say Ash because I feel like he would probably eat the least. Obviously, Power Bang's a big dude. He likes the cake and stuff like that. He would probably eat all the resources. Adam's sort of the same way. He's always talking about food on the stream. I haven't heard Ash, really talk that way. Plus, he's a nice guy. I know him pretty well. He's a pretty big dude. Probably help out with some of the shelter building, things like that. So I'm going to pick Ash. Or excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to pick Ash. That's a tough one, though, man. That's a tough one. Chief Ethan, what are the 3 first changes you would make as an admin leading into Season 3? Again, that's not a job that I think about a lot. That's not a job I go into. And I couldn't just list you 3 changes that I would say, here's what needs to be fixed, because it's a very difficult thing. It takes a lot of thought. What I would say is a lot of what I said in my video to make the CWL great again, just the mindset. I would make sure that the clans we had, those clans held the same values that we did, as a community. And if they didn't, I would get rid of them. Even if there wasn't an infringement, even if there wasn't a modding, scandal, I would just make sure I had the league with like-minded people. That way, it reduces the chances of those things happening. That's pretty much it. Adam, my boy from Time to Clash, says, how do you see night mode progressing in Clash and the possible options you'd like to see for competitive team play using that mechanic? Man, I've thought about this a lot, Adam, because, I put the video out. I don't know if you've seen it. Check it out if you haven't. Could the Builder Hall save us all? And I feel like it could have a future in competitive play, the competitive scene. Now, I did get a lot of feedback on that video, and most of it was overwhelmingly no. I don't want that. I want the regular game. But sometimes we don't know what we want until it's given to us, and I see potential there. I think it needs more builder halls. I think it needs more troops. It needs more strategy. But once we get to the point where we're competing on an even playing field, if they set up the wars correctly, and I can do a video about this if you guys want. I've got some ideas about it, about how they can make it, because it's not going to be what we're used to. We have to sort of accept the fact that maybe to get a fair play league, a fair play game in general, we have to make some concessions, and I'm willing to do that. I really am. I hate the cheating and stuff so bad. I hate the constant freaking just. Oh, it's just overwhelming. So there's a lot of things I'd like to see about that, but I think there could be a future there. I'm open to it. I'm not like jonesing for it, but I am open to the idea of it. And again, I think wars, fair play challenges, both as far as like a clan almost, or maybe even more towards I would like to see it more towards a team, maybe 10-man teams, 15-man teams. More so than, quote, clans against each other. And I think you could see that really develop into an esports type situation. But, that's probably a pipe dream. We'll see. I don't know that Supercell has that bone, that gear. Maybe they do. I would love to be proven wrong. We'll see about that. Mateo, who do you think, goodness, Jake's having trouble tonight. Who do you think will win CWL Season 2? How far do you think OneHive will get this season and why? Man, it's tough to put put a pick right now. I don't know how you can deny that the Swarm, still undefeated, has a chance to win it all. But what's interesting about this season is that a lot of the super great record clans, those sort of top tier clans, a lot of them are in the same conference, so they can't all be there. You look at the Barbarian King conference. I think OneHive definitely has a chance to win that conference. There's only about 2 to 3 clans that I would say even have a chance to beat OneHive if we show up. I think we could beat ourselves against a lot of different clans, but to get there, there's only 2 or 3 in that conference that I would truly say, man, they're on our level, and that if we show up, they still could beat us, if that makes sense. Now, the Archer Conference, man, it is stacked. I mean, you look at the top to bottom, there is so many clans that could be there. Obviously, Warwells was in that conversation until they got removed. Now you've got the Swarm in that conversation. Dark Looters Z, WHF now. Dark Looters is in our conference, not Dark Looters. Spartan's Legacy. Immoral Thieves, my goodness, it's just a murderer's row down there. So who knows who's going to come out of the Cartridge Conference. But again, I think OneHive will be in the finals. I don't know that who it'll be against, but I think we're going to go to the finals once again. Beast from Spartan's Legacy, what are your thoughts on CW? Oop, never mind. Wow, I am struggling tonight, guys. Oh, no, that's a different question. It started off almost the same way. I apologize. This is really rough for me right now. What are your thoughts on CWL Season 3? Do you think CWL will still be going strong? If so, will there be any changes made to the system? I have to be completely honest here, because I never want to lie to you guys. I really don't. I don't have a lot of hopes for Season 3. The cheating is so out of control, and every other week you're hearing this clan, that clan, this closet modder, that closet modder. And I think even with clans doing all they can, it's going to be a continual scandal, one scandal after another, till people start losing interest, and the season, or excuse me, and the league slowly dies. Now, that's a very pessimistic view, and I hate to say it, but again, I'm honest with you guys always, and that's what I see for the future right now. I hate it. It makes me sad. I mean, I came back for the CWL. Let's be clear about it. I came for this, and I see it dying. So it gives me no joy. It doesn't make me happy to say that. I'm just being honest with y'all. And unless Supercell steps in and fixes it once and for all, and I can read the comments already, they can't fix it. They can't do this. Bull crap. Yes, they can. 100%, no question, without a doubt, they could fix it if they wanted to. So let's don't have that argument again. But unless they do that, which I don't see happening, it's going to be a downward spiral for the CWL. You cannot have competition when there's cheating. It will not happen. People slowly lose interest. And when it gets to the point where the wars don't matter, just like it was before CWL, even arranged wars, they didn't matter, people lose interest and they move on. And I already see it happening across the league. Guys, it's not just in 1 or 2 clans. It is happening. Trust me when I tell you this. Something's got to be done, or this what we love and what we're here for is going to die out. So that's my thoughts, man. Pleb Larry, who would you rather have as a son, Power Bang and Chief Pat? You guys for these crazy questions. Pleb, I would have to say Chief Pat. He looks a lot like me. Some people have told me I look like an older Chief Pat. So especially when I was shaving, now that I've sort of grown the beard out a little bit less so, but I think that a lot of people think I look like him. So I'll say Chief Pat simply because we look so much alike. And the last one comes to us from Sloffles over at Warwells. How you doing, Sloffles? Are you currently warring on your Town Hall 10? If not, do you have any plans to do so in the future? I have done a very few wars since I've been back, Sloffles, with dismal results. They really were bad. So yes, I mean, I'm moving in that direction. I'm continuing to upgrade my base, my heroes, all that good stuff, with the goal of hopefully getting back into it. But it's going to be many friendly challenges away, practice, some farm wars, etc., before I'm ready for CWL competition. But we'll see. The plan is yes. As of right now, I've done very little. There you go, guys. Hope you like the questions. Hope you like the answers and the footage in the background. Until next time, Jake from OneHive, doing my best to help you guys suck less.